with Tao. Ordinary love is not a challenge, but when two lovers settle, they start taking each other for granted. But it is rare to fall in love with someone who is enlightened. Only very fortunate ones fall in such a love. It is rare. It happens only when you have been searching for an enlightened person for lives together. Only if this has happened to you, only if this has happened, do you fall in love with an enlightened one. Fall in love with an enlightened person. Falling in love with an enlightened person is in itself a great achievement. But then there is a problem. The problem is that enlightened person, his love does not create a challenge. He cannot come down to your level. That is not possible. Almost impossible. You have to go to his peak. You have to travel. You have to be transformed to reach to the peak of love that is there. That is why it is said, no ordinary person can reach the abode where Shiva lives. It is not as high as Mount Everest. There is so many magnetic pulls and energy fields around that the moment you come in the vicinity of that abode, your breath starts getting affected. Your body's conditions start changing. Many things begin to change. Your breathing patterns, your blood pressure, your whole anatomy and physiology undergoes change. Only a rare one, it is said. It was Milarepa, the Tibetan Buddhist master. He reached to that peak of love, which is abode of Shiva. Love at that level, to reach to the level of the awakened one, love becomes an austerity, a prayer, a sadhana. If you fall in love with a Buddha, falling in love or being in love with the awakened one is an austerity, the greatest austerity that is possible. Because of this, whenever there is a Buddha or a Jesus or a Lao Tse or Raman or Osho, many around them are able to reach the peak in one life that they could not have reached in many lives. I repeat this again. Being in love with an awakened one is a rare phenomenon. Then love becomes austerity, a way to reach to the abode where that awakened one lives. Around the moment you come within the energy field of that one, you will start feeling many changes happening within your biology and anatomy and physiology. You feel as if your breath is shortening, the blood pressure, and many things change, which has been experienced by the scientists who consider the abode of Shiva as an ordinary mountain peak. The awakened one lives on a peak as a presence where everything is different, and coming near him is a miracle. You cannot come within the energy field of an awakened one unless you enter into the process of austerity. Because of this, whenever there is a Buddha or a Jesus or a Krishna or a Lao Tse or Raman or Krishnamurti or Gurdjieff, Osho, many around them are able to reach to the peak of their consciousness, that is the peak of love, in one life that they could not have reached in many lives. But the secret is, if they can fall in love, it is not unimaginable, it is imaginable. You may have been, during the time of Buddha, you must have been somewhere around. Buddha might have passed through your village, and you may not have even heard him. You may not have even seen him, because even to hear a Buddha or an awakened one, or to see a Buddha, or to come near him, a certain quality of love is needed. A certain research is needed on your part. When someone falls in love with an enlightened person, it is meaningful, very meaningful, but arduous will be the path. I repeat it again. When someone falls in love with an awakened one, it is meaningful, very meaningful, but arduous will be the path. It is easy to fall in love with an enlightened person. In this there is no challenge, but with an enlightened person, the challenge will be much and the path will be the most difficult one. Because you will have to travel all above. There is no vehicle to reach there. You have to climb on your own. You have to be aware that you are penetrating an environment which is mystical and where many changes, many things change at the level of the body. And at the level of body and mind. And those things may disturb you. Only with trust, deep surrender, you can traverse that path. Milarepa, because of his trust, because of his surrender, because of his unexplainable love, he was able to reach without any problem. Scientists, the Chinese scientists, with their logical mind, lack of trust and surrender, because of their egoistic understanding that is through scientific understanding they can attain to any state, had to return midway. Either they lost their lives or they have to return midway without reaching the peak of that mountain, peak of love, the abode of Shiva. Therefore, when someone falls in love with an enlightened one, it is meaningful, very meaningful, but arduous is and will be the path. It is easy to fall in love with an ordinary person, there is no challenge in it. But with an enlightened one, the challenge is much. The path will be difficult because you have to climb above. And those things will be disturbing. His love will be cold because the abode of Shiva is cold. There is magnetic energy field surrounding that mountain, symbolic that around the awakened one there is mystical field of love. There is sounds that you have never heard, experiences that you never had before. His love will look as if it is for everyone. Anyone can climb the mountain to reach that peak, but only a rare one can reach. His love will not have the hatred part in it. This has been my experience. And also the experience of many masters. Many fall in love, but then they start to play the game, the ordinary game, knowingly or unknowingly. They start to play the ordinary game of love. In a way, it is natural for them. They start expecting things from the awakened one, ordinary expectations, because their mind works in duality. For example, if you love me, you will feel happy. You will feel happy if you can make me happy. This is how love feels. You have fallen in love with me. You feel that your presence can make me happy. This is how love feels. It wants to make the other feel happy. If you can make me happy, you will be happy. But you cannot make me happy in any way. I have already, the awakened one is already reached to that state of ecstasy. He already lives in that. He is already ecstatic by his own presence. If you fall in love with me, you will feel dejected. You will feel disappointed because you cannot make me happy, more happy than I am. The awakened one is the ultimate in happiness or ecstasy. You cannot make me more happy. There is nothing more that exists for an awakened one. If you cannot make me happy, you will feel unhappy. So what you will do, you will try to make me feel unhappy. Because at least if you can do that, that too will be your satisfaction. That if I could not make him feel happy, at least I have made him feel unhappy. You will try to make me unhappy, but unknowingly. You are not alert. You are not aware of it. If you are aware, you will not do it. If you cannot make your spouse feel happy, you will succeed in making him unhappy. But an awakened one who is embodiment of ecstasy, where there is no opposite to it, you can neither make him more happy or unhappy, because he has reached to the point where happiness and unhappiness does not exist. There is a happiness and the opposite is unhappiness. Ecstasy is the state which is beyond happiness and unhappiness. So he has reached to the point. This is why Krishna tells Arjuna in Sutra 8 of chapter 3 on Karma Yoga, and there Krishna speaks as an enlightened master, Name partha asti trishulokeshu kinchana. O Arjuna, there is nothing for me to do or attain in the three universe. There is nothing that I do not have. And at the same time, there is nothing which I wish or desire that I cannot attain. Yet still I am standing in front of you, trying to bring you out of your inner chaos and teach you the essence of life, how to live in the world of duality, unaffected by any attachment or anything. Unknowingly, you will try to make me unhappy if you cannot make me happy. You are not aware of it. If you are aware, you will not do it, but you will try. Your unconscious mind will try to make me unhappy. If you make me unhappy, then you can be certain that you can make me happy also. If you can make me happy, you can make me unhappy. If that route does not work, then you can try the other. If I can make him unhappy for something, then I can certainly make him happy for something else. But if you cannot make me happy, you are totally disappointed. Then you will feel that you are not related to me at all. Because this is not what relationship means to you. You have known love as a relationship. I have known love as a state of being. Nothing can make me happy or unhappy. For your sake, just as when a little child unknowingly, out of innocence, brings a gift for the parent, for the father, he feels happy. I recall once it was the occasion of my birthday, everybody was giving the gifts or whatever normal way is. My little son, he went and somehow he found my wallet. He took out $100 bill from my pocket, from my wallet, and came to me, "Daddy, this is my gift for your birthday. So what you will do?" Because the child is innocent, you will bring there will be an expression of a gentle smile as an expression of happiness that you are learning something. A journey has begun. Ordinary love is a disease because the duality goes on persisting, happiness and unhappiness. And to understand love of an awakened one is difficult. It's like a picture hanging on the wall. His love is like a picture hanging on the wall, and whosoever looks at the picture and thinks that the person, the beautiful lady in that picture, is looking at him and smiling. Her smile is for him and him alone. And to understand the love of an awakened one is difficult. Intellectually, there is no way to understand it. You have to fall in love, and then you have to be alert about your own mind coming into play, because your mind can go on disturbing. You have the flower of surrender, trust, and understanding has to blossom and it spread its fragrance around you. Buddha became enlightened. Then he came back to his home. He came back after 12 years. His wife, whom he had left, whom he had loved very much, was very angry, furious. All these 12 years, she had been waiting and waiting. Someday, the man will come back. And she had much revenge in her mind because the man had done injustice to her. He was unfair. Suddenly one night he had disappeared, leaving his newly born son and wife. At least she could have said something, then it would have been fair. But without saying a single word, he simply disappeared, leaving her and the small child. And for 12 years she waited. And then Buddha came. She was furious. She was mad. This was the only time when Buddha asked Anand, to whom he has given a promise, because before Anand became his disciple, he asked Buddha that now I am your elder brother, I can ask you something, but once I am initiated, I will have to follow you. So he said, first, I will sleep in the same room where you will be sleeping. Second, you will not ask me like any other monk to go to spread the message of peace and love anywhere. Third, you will not meet anyone without my presence. Buddha gave that answer, gave that promise. But he said, when he was going to meet Yashodhara, he requested that he would like to meet her alone. I'll continue on this tomorrow. Enough for now.